Meanwhile, poor Tommy has been left out in the cold here. We've been ignoring. You've been ignored. So we're sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. So the question is though. Okay, you've actually been leading your life much more quietly. I would say you moved to Palm Springs, and Palm Springs is not the most quiet part of the world. I mean,
It's on our block.
It is on your block. I don't have an easy answer to that one, I'm afraid. According, I was in Palm Springs a couple of years ago when I was still using
Hot Palm Springs.
Yes, Palm Springs is hot on many different levels, and I found drugs were very easily available. Well, actually, no, they weren't, because all my friends couldn't get a hold of their dealers. But I did find that it was also it was available. It could be available, quality or not. And I think and frankly, I'm really inspired by you, by the fact that you've actually managed to steer a path clear of this. You've been doing other things with your life as well. You've actually been.
Staying away from
But he relapsed.
He did not relapse. He slipped. There's a big difference.
When he came back to San Francisco, he relapsed.
He did not relapse. He slipped.
He slipped, but it's still a relapse.
No, there's a big difference.
It's a relapse. You can call it whatever you want to call it. It's still a relapse.
Okay. Now here's where we have to educate you, Cary. Okay, because a slip is he's probably not going to go back and use when he's back in Palm Springs.
Okay.
There is something that's triggering him
but
here
right
in San
now,
Francisco.
he's in San Francisco. So you're in San Francisco right now. Do you have the urge to use?
Well, you got something? No, I don't.
So there's my point. You know the urge to use? I mean, be honest.
It's. I did it that one time. And
Right. So tell your sister now
Okay.
you're not really thinking
So
about it.
I think my questions would be not so much to see are you going to reuse or whatever, but how was it for you, and you know, did you enjoy it? Didn't you? I actually have friends of mine who slip on a relatively regular basis, and I ask them these questions because of the fact that I'm curious to see how their mind works. I mean, I have to say it's not like I've never had the inclination or the desire. It's simply that I regard myself as the creature that I loved, which was methamphetamines, is now dead and gone, and I have to bury it. That's why I'm wearing this rather lovely black tie, because I am in mourning.
You must be drinking to wear a tie like that.
Okay. But, so, consequently...
Well, I got to ask a question. Why are you wearing that shirt?
Because it's a school there.
There's a school there in Palm Springs?
Yeah.
And what's the school for?
It's computer support tech.
Okay. And you're supporting the school?
No, he's actually, I think, learning to do support technology because as a career path, which is again one of these positive steps that Tommy is actually engaging in.
Oh, okay, absolutely, that's great.
Yes. So why are you character assassinating this poor guy?
I'm not. I just want to. I just want to get to the truth because it's not. You know what? In recovery, it's not all roses and flowers and rainbows and lilies and all that.
Correct.
There's a lot of miserable times.
Yes.
So that's what we want to talk about. We don't want to make this, recovery is just, anybody can do it. Not anybody can do it. That's why everybody relapses. A lot of people do. The majority of people do relapse. Mm-hmm. And you are such a case. So,
along with like 99% of all other people who have actually got it.
Right.
I mean,
what can we do? What can you do to prevent that from happening again, you think? Maybe reading a book? Maybe going to more meetings?
More meetings?
Go to one to go to more.
Go to meetings. Get a sponsor, maybe?
Can you sponsor me?
Well, I'm not in the program.
Well, maybe you should be.
Maybe I should be. If I'm co-hosting with him, maybe I would.
You are in the program. It's just spelled with an M-E on the end.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, I think these are interesting questions. I'm not sure, because I've known Tommy for... How long have I known you now?
Since,
99. He doesn't remember.
Well,
short-term memory loss.
10 years.
10 years, at least. At least.
10 years? It's been that long?
About that.
Wow.
Yeah. We've known each other for a very long time.
And how'd you do it? How'd you do it?
How did
you do it with him?
What do you mean?
As friends.
I don't understand the question.
The question is, how did you stay friends with him for so long and not get out?
Oh, okay. I was completely. Did you get the same misunderstanding?
No. This is a little. I'm just wondering. The world might want to know.
Okay, how did we stay friends? I think. Well, let me put the question before I put my turn on it. Tommy, what's your take on it? How did we stay friends?
You can lie.
Yes, it's television. You're allowed to lie.
You're allowed to lie.
We've had our ups and downs.
We have.
For a while there, I was got way out there on the drugs.
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't care what I was doing to who I was doing it to. It's like Steve is a friend, and I ripped Steve off a few times. I got paid him back.
You did.
Always made right with him because
you did.
I don't know.
I mean, that's what it does to you, though.
Yeah. Well,
Beg, borrow, and steal.
Beg, borrow, and steal. Well, it does. And for some of us, I think with Tommy, my friendship with him extends from a certain degree of mutual respect. I always found Tommy to be a fascinating character in some respects because you did sort of, you were so far out there. In other words, you had a constant run-in with the law. You had warrants out. This is okay for me to say this, I hope.
You may have had a parolee living at your house for a while.
I know. So, in other words...
Oh, you housed him?
For a few weeks.
For a few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, because he's a friend of mine.
Okay.
And he's a human being.
Right, absolutely.
And
I'm not just, I think it's great. I commend you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
That was really nice.
So
what he's trying to say is anybody that needs recovery, go to his house.
No.
Doors are closed.
Doors are closed now.
Yes, the doors are now closed.
That's not nice.
You'll have to check in with my landlord about.
So what does your significant other think about your recovery?
I don't have a significant other.
No? Single?
Yep.
Okay, this makes it a lot easier.
My significant other died in 2004.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Gotta go sooner or later.
Yeah. And you've been in recovery. That's commendable.
Well, as a matter of fact, funny enough, we weren't going to mention your significant other, but...
Well, we did.
But we did. You were talking about, right before you mentioned the significant other. Is that something I should know about between the two of you?
No. Was it all right for me to answer that question? Or anything? There's certain questions I can't ask. Let me know.
Actually, we were asking.
I can ask what I want.
Okay,
go ahead. Go ahead, please do.
I have nothing to ask.
Okay,
well, that's why I'm the co-host. Well, you're not. I'm asking.
That's because this gentleman is visiting us from Palm Springs, and I don't think he expected to be roasted. Are you feeling okay about this, by the way?
I don't mind.
Okay, cool.
He's good.
He's good. He's good. All right.
If I wasn't good, I'd knock out that door.
We don't want you to walk out the door. It's all in fun. Ratings. That's all this is about, is ratings.
No, actually, we did discuss that, and nobody actually watches this program.
Well, maybe they will now.
Maybe
especially
that's
not
what you need to do.
Maybe before you come in, you need to go to all the
so everybody out there in TV
hold
land, watch
on.
this show,
yes.
the program.
Yes.
And before we forget, before it gets too late, I want to also mention you can catch us on Facebook, the program. Also, you can catch this gentleman to my left.
Very good.
With a very ugly shirt and tie, and I need sunglasses for that shirt. Anyway, he's on YouTube.
It looks better on TV.
Yeah, it looks better on TV. Must be, because it's not here. YouTube, Stephen Leader, San Francisco.
No, Stephen Leader, SF.
SF.
Okay. Yes, Tommy, you were going to say something. Did it before my friend so rudely interrupted you?
What I was talking about, I had a brain fart.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, well, actually, I know we were talking about just before what our friendship was based on, and I think that's an excellent question. And what I was trying to mention was the fact that our friendship was based on mutual respect, and to a certain degree, I was intrigued by you as a personality, a certain degree of fear, because...
crazy.
What?
Because I was crazy at times?
A little bit, yes. And now I'm not afraid of you anymore, but I am very inspired by you, because you're here today, you're putting up with the guff from the person to my right.
What is that supposed to mean?
What, guff? The abuse.
I'm not abusing him. Am I abusing him?
Yeah.
No.
No, not really. Not really.
He's in recovery. He can take it.
That's right.
All the abuse they took when they were on drugs. They can take this a little abuse.
What do you mean recovery? I'm not in the 12 steps.
Well, I mean,
there you go. Touche.
Really?
Touche.
Okay, but I mean, okay. As steps prevail.
That's right. You can be in recovery and not necessarily have to be in a program.
It's all a matter of opinion.
It's all a matter of simply not picking up the pipe
Absolutely.
slash needle
I agree
slash
with you.
straw
I agree with you, but
slash
some people
anything
cannot do it like that.
That is true. Therefore, there are programs
That's right.
out there for them. There
Right.
is AA.
So
there
if you
is
need a
Walden
program,
House.
don't do it like these guys. Do it like you need to do it.
Or do it like us if it helps you.
If it helps you. There it is.
Exactly.
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 Whatever works for you.
Because it has worked for me. It's working for Tommy. It continues to work for me. And I'm very proud of where I am. I'm very proud of this gentleman to my far right, Tommy Vandongen. Yes.
Where'd he go?
Where did he go? I think he left the building. And we've got just under 2 minutes left, which is absolutely finally.
So what are your plans for the near future in recovery?
I don't know.
You have no
I'm
idea?
working day to day.
Day to day. It's
You
one
know,
day at a time,
which is,
isn't it?
I believe, a 12-step
It is, absolutely.
spiel, isn't
Absolutely.
it? That's
One day
right.
at a time.
One day at a
If
time.
it works, it works.
Work.
And it works, it works.
That's right.
And
It's a serenity prayer.
yes. What actually brings you up here to San Francisco, by the way?
Just doctor's appointment for my roommate.
Okay, whom you're looking after in Palm Springs,
Helping
and
him out.
yes, and
He's helping me out. I'm helping him out. It's a kind of two-way street.
that is really very commendable.
great.
That's very commendable. So, Cary, any last thoughts that you have in the 1 minute? That's 90, 60, 55 seconds that are left.
Tick,
Well,
tick, tick.
Tick,
tick, tick, tick, quick, huh?
Exactly.
Well, I just want to thank you for letting me to be on your show.
And I want to
co-hosting.
thank you for it's been an entertaining and thoroughly enjoyable experience,
Well,
if
happy.
not somewhat rambunctious.
I hope more people will watch the show.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure.
they will.
With your charisma on it, I'm sure we'll be elevated to new heights of ratingsdom.
Okay.
Maybe, and hopefully some people will have learned some interesting things from it. If not, at least they've been entertained. And thank you very much, Tommy, for being on the program. We're brought to you under the auspices of the Bay Area Video Coalition. And they're looking for new producers. So if you think you can do better than this, why don't you come and give Bayvac a call? And we look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, babe.
And we